Hello, and welcome back to the Military Matrix. We begin with rapidly developing updates from the Russia-Ukraine war, where emerging battlefield reports, intercepted communications, and assessments from multiple defense analysts suggest that Ukraine may have carried out one of its most daring long-range strikes to date, allegedly targeting what Russian sources described as one of their most protected regional military headquarters. While information remains fragmented, what we know so far paints a picture of a meticulously planned attack, executed with strategic precision and aimed at disrupting Russia's command and control nerve centers deep behind the front lines. According to preliminary assessments circulating through Ukrainian defense channels and several open-source intelligence groups, the strike appears to have been part of a broader pattern of Kyiv's evolving deep strike strategy. This strategy focuses not merely on taking out equipment or ammunition depots, but specifically degrading Russia's ability to coordinate offensive operations. If verified, this latest incident would represent another significant escalation in Ukraine's capacity to hit high-altitude targets well inside Russian-occupied territory and potentially within Russia itself. Initial footage that surfaced online overnight, which analysts caution may not yet be fully authenticated, shows a large detonation, followed by secondary explosions consistent with fuel, ammunition, or communications nodes igniting. Satellite images expected to be released by several monitoring groups in the coming days may provide visual confirmation of what exactly was destroyed, but early comparisons to past Ukrainian operations suggest similarities to other high-profile precision attacks conducted using modified long-range drones or Western-supplied missiles. Russian military channels, usually quick to downplay Ukrainian strikes, reacted with an unusual mixture of confusion and anger. Several prominent pro-war bloggers complained that air defenses failed to intercept the incoming projectiles, raising questions inside Russia about possible blind spots in their radar coverage. Other commentators speculated that the attack may have involved a low-altitude flight path or swarm tactics that saturated local defenses, enabling at least one weapon to hit the facility. Ukrainian officials, staying consistent with their policy of ambiguity regarding strategic strikes, neither confirmed nor denied involvement. Instead, a senior official made a brief statement saying that any infrastructure used to coordinate attacks on Ukrainian cities remains a legitimate military target. This phrasing, which Kyiv has used repeatedly over the past year, hints at its acknowledgement without directly confirming operational responsibility. If the building struck was indeed a regional command headquarters, as several Russian telegram channels claim, the implications could be significant. Such facilities typically house planning officers, encryption equipment, logistics coordinators, and sometimes even senior commanders responsible for orchestrating offensive and defensive operations. Damaging or disabling one of these sites can disrupt communication chains, slow battlefield responses, and force commanders to relocate to backup facilities, a process that may take hours or days and can introduce chaos at a critical moment. Russian media coverage remained noticeably restricted in the immediate aftermath. State channels made little mention of the incident, focusing instead on narratives about successful Russian advances along various sectors of the front. Several discussions that did emerge were abruptly deleted or edited, indicating potential efforts to control public perception until the government releases an official statement. However, it was the reaction from Russian soldiers and mill bloggers that drew the most attention from analysts. Multiple posts described the attack as unexpected, well-targeted, and far more accurate than usual, fueling speculation that Ukraine may be receiving increasingly sophisticated intelligence from its Western partners. U.S. and NATO officials have repeatedly stated that while they do not select targets for Ukraine, they do provide real-time situational awareness, and the precision of this strike will undoubtedly reignite debate around the exact extent of that assistance. Some reports suggest the operation may have involved a combination of intelligence sources, signals interception, satellite surveillance, and human intelligence on the ground. Ukrainian special forces have been known to operate behind enemy lines, providing eyes on the ground confirmation for high value targets. If such coordination occurred here, it would highlight a growing trend toward hybrid operations, blending drones, missile strikes, and reconnaissance activity. In the hours following the explosion, Russia reportedly launched a series of retaliatory missile and drone attacks on Ukrainian cities, a pattern consistent with previous Ukrainian deep strike successes. Air raid sirens sounded across Kiev, Odessa, and Kharkiv, with Ukrainian air defenses intercepting many of the incoming projectiles. Civilian infrastructure once again suffered damage, reigniting international discussions about the necessity of bolstering Ukraine's air defense network as winter intensifies. International reaction came swiftly. Several European leaders issued statements condemning the Russian retaliation, while largely avoiding direct commentary on the original strike, likely due to the uncertain nature of the unfolding information. Nonetheless, Western military analysts praised what they called Ukraine's increasing operational maturity, noting that precisely targeted strikes against military assets, as opposed to random attacks, align with international norms of warfare. Inside Ukraine, morale surged across social media as users celebrated the possibility of another successful blow against Russian military infrastructure. Many Ukrainians view such deep strike operations not merely as tactical victories, but as symbolic demonstrations of resilience and capability in the face of ongoing missile barrages against their own cities. Meanwhile, military experts emphasized that strikes on command centers can have cascading effects. Damaging planning hubs can disrupt supply flows, delay reinforcements, and create periods of confusion that Ukraine can attempt to exploit with localized counterattacks. Though it remains too early to assess the full tactical consequences, such attacks often force Russia to reassign command responsibilities, complicating large-scale operations and stretching already pressured logistics networks. In Moscow, discussions reportedly took place behind closed doors on improving air defense protocols, particularly regarding low-lying drones capable of evading radar. Russia has invested heavily in layered defenses, but continues to struggle against increasingly sophisticated Ukrainian tactics, including electronic warfare designed to confuse or disable radar systems. As the situation continues to evolve, intelligence groups across Europe and North America are expected to release more detailed analyses, including geolocation assessments and satellite imagery. These will help confirm whether the structure hit was indeed a protected headquarters and the extent of the operational damage inflicted. For now, the incident serves as yet another reminder that this conflict remains fluid, unpredictable, and increasingly defined by long-range precision warfare. With each new strike, Ukraine demonstrates a growing ability to target Russian assets far beyond the immediate front lines, reshaping the strategic landscape and challenging Russia's belief that distance equals safety. This story remains developing, and as always, we will continue monitoring updates, cross-checking emerging reports, and providing clear, responsible coverage as new details surface. Thank you for joining us during this critical breaking news update. Stay tuned as we continue to track this evolving situation with accuracy, context, and real-time analysis. This is the Military Matrix, and we'll be back with more verified updates as they unfold.